posting selfies with her new writings on the wall, cornrow braids, all on taking selfies and stuff like that. And we're like, wait, is this some type of slight shade that you're throwing because you're not at the actual wedding and you out here in the Hamptons with Jay and Blue Ivy Carter and y'all out there on vacation on Memorial Day weekend? So it comes to find out that they didn't go, but Beyonce did post something real sweet and nice on Instagram. She used one of the photos from their photo spread in Vogue magazine recently, and she basically said a nice little message on Instagram, you know, congratulate them on their wedding and stuff like that. So that was really cute. That was really nice, but it was still kind of like, Beyonce, you know, y'all could have gone. Y'all really could have gone to the wedding. Y'all just being, hey, that's just ain't loyal. There's no loyalty there whatsoever. But it is what it is. So I'm happy for them, you know. And they actually, Kim posted pictures of the wedding on Instagram, and it's the most liked picture on Instagram in a long time. So they actually broke some records posting that picture. Well, Kim broke some records posting that picture, and she already changed her last name because Kim is trying to get away from that baby mother mentality. So now that she's officially married, she changed her name on social media. Well, it's still at Kim Kardashian, but in her you know, where they put the name at on the tagline and stuff on the social media, you know, where you put your real name at or whatever or your description, she put Kim Kardashian West. So she really taking on this Mrs. West. Oh, now we're gonna see how long they're gonna be married. You know, is she gonna surpass this 72 days that she was married to her last husband, or is she gonna surpass these 2 years that she was married to her husband before that? Because this is her third walk down the aisle. So we shall see how this works out for Kim. You know, but Kim, I'm still praying for you because we know Kanye got a little loop-de-loop in his head. He's a little crazy, so I'm still praying for you, and hopefully, that's all I'm going to say. That is all I'm going to say at this present time and moment, because I'm not trying to get shot down by the Illuminati guys on my show right now, because the show is doing really good, so I'm not trying to get in trouble, people. Y'all know what it's like. But anyways, moving on to another story real quick. So Aaliyah, now y'all know I love Aaliyah. You know, I've been a big fan of Aaliyah's forever, since, you know, the very beginning, since '94. And it's actually crazy because I wasn't thinking about it until last week when I saw it on Billboard. But it's actually been 20 years since the release of Aaliyah's debut album, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. And now this is when she was married to R. Kelly, allegedly. I'm going to use the allegedly term because, you know, we saw them papers in the Vibe magazine, but we don't know if it was an actual legit marriage. So, you know, that's all I'm going to say about that at this present time or moment too, because I don't want her coming down. Let me not go there, people. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to. I'm going to keep it light and fun tonight. But anyways, isn't Aaliyah biopic coming? Because I've been talking about this story forever on the Doc Report. I've been talking about this story since I started the Doc Report in 2008, because there was supposed to be a movie being in production from Fox Spotlight or whatever the production company is. It was supposed to be a movie being produced by Fox, and it was going to be starring Keisha Shantae, who we know back in the day she was a Canadian artist. She used to date Drake. She had some joints back in the day, and then now she's on BET hosting 106 Apart with Bow Wow. But she was actually supposed to play Aaliyah in the biopic, but it never came to fruition because Aaliyah's parents and her estate was against doing the whole movie, so we never got to see it. And they were saying it was be too hurtful, too many things they want to, I guess in a sense, come to light, because there's so many things that we've heard about Aaliyah. Aaliyah was such a personal person. She was a very discreet person, but at the same time, there were things that we always wanted to know behind the glasses, because we still wanted to know about this marriage, wanted to know about this, that, and the other. So, it was a little drama because they didn't approve of the movie being made, but it looked like a casting has been completed and the film is in pre-production. So a potential candidate who auditioned to play the late singer recently spilled the beans on her Instagram. Now, the actress' name is Tristan Mays, and she took to the social network to call the audition process the most difficult, emotional, and inspiring audition process she's ever been a part of. So here's what she said on Instagram. Normally, I wouldn't do something like this, but a very close friend of mine at Logan Loris gave me the courage to speak up about something that's been pending and sitting on my heart. Today, I can't be upset that I didn't book the role I worked so hard for. This may have been the most difficult, emotional, inspiring, and lengthy audition process I've ever experienced. Getting the chance to portray someone I've always loved and admired so much was a blessing every single step of the way. I invested every ounce of my body, mind, and soul into this process, and I can honestly say I'm proud of myself. God definitely has something incredible in store for me. A huge thank you to everyone who believed in me and spoke up for me in the room. A huge congratulations to everyone in the cast of the Aaliyah story. Hashtag the Aaliyah story. Like Logan said, you're satisfied no matter the outcome, things that aren't in your control. So looking at the pictures of Tristan Mays, she kind of like Aaliyah, but not so much. But kind of, sort of, but not so much. And now back in December, Aaliyah's uncle and former manager Barry Hankerson, his old sneaky ass, revealed on Twitter that a VH1 produced movie was coming and shared a sneak peek image of what the movie was going to be. And there's also saying that the movie could be coming out on August 25th, which is also the anniversary of her death. So they did a great job of the TLC story on VH1, and we saw the scandal behind that because Pebble was going to be suing Viacom because of the whole portrayal of her character, which was true because, we've heard the stories for years and years and years. So now she feels some kind of way. She's feeling froggy, now she wants to leave. But, being that it's going to mark the 13th anniversary of her death, and being that it's going to be on VH1, this needs to be a 3-hour movie because I felt shortchanged by that TLC movie. Even though it was 2 hours or 3 hours, however long it was, I forgot. But I felt shortchanged because they didn't mention the 3D album. They only spoke briefly about Left Eye's death and stuff. So it wasn't really so much of what was going on even after the aftermath of that. So with the Aaliyah movie, I just want them to go into every detail. The R. Kelly stuff, the stuff when she was with Dame Dash. Also, I know it's going to be very eerie, but just the things that was going on with the Rock the Boat video shoot, I want them to, and I hope Barry Hankerson does not have any control in this movie for real, even though he did post the image and stuff like that. But at the same time, Barry Hankerson was very shady. He was a very shady uncle. He's very shady to his artists, Timbaland, JoJo been with Blackground since forever, and she just now getting out of her record deal this year after doing lawsuits, trying to get out of her contract when her album was supposed to come out back in 2008 and it never even came out. So that label is very shady. They don't even have a real office. They don't even have a real fax number. And who used faxes in 2014? So they don't even have a real fax machine. Not even a real email address. Not even a real office or phone number. Not even a prepaid Frogs wireless phone number. So, it's very shady stuff going on with them. And Aaliyah at the time, when she was recording the Aaliyah album, she was kind of in a sense trying to distance herself from her uncle and from her cousin Jomo. She was really trying to distance herself from that situation. She was trying to. It's a lot to really go into the story. Like I've talked about it before in the doc report. I'm pretty sure it's out there in the archives on the internet and everything like that. But when I talked about it, basically, Aaliyah was kind of like boycotting the label because they weren't supportive of her decisions with some of the rock edge songs on the album, or the real personal deep songs on the album, or the songs that weren't like Are You That Somebody or the Try Again. It was very different level type stuff, and it was her most critically acclaimed album. So she knew she was doing something right, but at the same time, Blackground and her uncle and her cousin was trying to push her to do all this other stuff, like release singles that she didn't want to release. She didn't want to release Rock the Boat for real. They forced her to release that, and now she was forced to shoot a video. And even though she didn't have to take that flight, she did. And the outcome, we see how the outcome is. So it's a lot that goes on to it. So I hope they really delve into all of those things in the movie. But being that Barry Hankerson may have some type of control in the support of the movie and stuff like that, we may not get to see where she was boycotting the label, where she was going against the label and things like that, and her displeasement of the label. So we shall see how this movie comes out to play and who's going to be playing Aaliyah. So VH1 will probably be getting some sneak peeks probably sometime this summer, or in the next month or so, because August is right around the corner already. So hopefully we hear something real soon. So that's going to be a real interesting movie and a real interesting situation to hear about. So I'm very happy and excited to see that movie come to fruition. So clap bravo for that, people. So right now, we're getting ready to get into Another story, real quick. Now, I'm not all for internet beefs and stuff like that. You know, people taking to the tweets to, you know, be all big, bad, and bold and stuff like that. But K Michelle, she's been kind of quiet lately. But now she's back on her ratchet stuff, because now she's back to being all, let's just say, ratchet. You know, she out there on Twitter taking shots at people. So here's what happened. If y'all haven't been catching on to what's been going on. So K Michelle was tweeting some stuff, and she was basically talking about Iggy Azalea. So here's how the whole situation went down. Let me read y'all the tweets again, because I had to pull them back up. So the whole situation was when K Michelle tweeted, "How can you be from another country and rap like you're from Memphis, Tennessee, but you don't hear me though? #offended." And then as a Team Iggy member, Perez picked up to the palm tree and threw it right back at K and said, "At K Michelle, I think you chose the wrong hashtag and meant to say jealous instead. X." And with K Michelle not being the one to ever back down from a verbal warfare, and Perez being up for the challenge, the two battled out all on Twitter. And K called Perez a Cinderella who needed to do something positive instead of licking ass to be cool, and Perez fired back. Oh goodness, it was a lot. So here's the full exchange, people, and it was so funny too. So K Michelle said, "How can you be from another country and rap like you're from Memphis, Tennessee, blah blah blah." So then K Michelle, after Perez said what he had to say, K Michelle said, "Stay in your place, Cinderella." Then Perez said, "I'm happy to stay in my own little corner, and you get back to me when you have a #2 song on the Billboard Hot 100. You not fancy." And shout out to Iggy too, because Iggy got the #1 single in America right now too, and she's the first hip-hop female artist to have a #1 single solo on the chart since Lauryn Hill had doo-wop That Thing back in '99. So that was a long time ago. So 98, excuse me. So that was a long time ago. So clap bravo to Iggy for doing that, you know. But anyways, moving back to the story. So K Michelle said, "I know my lane, and that's not even a desire of mine. My music is too good, and there will never be a need to get back at you. You lost your mind with your body fat." So then Perez said, "Okay, now that made me laugh. P.S. Iggy has explained why she raps the way she does repeatedly. There's the thing called Google. Too good to be #2 in the Hot 100? Okay then, I'm going to go listen to some at John Legend now, whose Too Good music went at #1. #Rose Eyes." K Michelle said, "Please, use your bought flowers and do everybody some good. Stop licking ass to be a cool kid." Then Perez said, "I'm a fan of good music and early champion of Iggy Azalea. You're on a reality show and jealous of her musical success. #fat." K Michelle said, "Your job is to be nosy, be a nosy queen, and mine is to make great music. So the next time you pop up in my mentions, come better." Then Perez said, "Right, your music is too great to top the charts, though. Going with your flawed logic. Did Iggy turn you down for a feature? Ha." K Michelle said, "Now, I'm going to go heal some hearts. You should do the same. P.S. I like you better with the pink hair and your 4 chins." Perez said, "Heal on. I'm going to go research your songs now. I don't know a single one. Maybe I'll like your music most people don't know. So. K Michelle said, "Logs off. I have spoken." So they're just going messy for tat messy, people. And I like to see someone kind of come step at K Michelle in a sense, because K Michelle be thinking she the shit sometimes, and she be really on some other type of stuff. So it's really cool to see someone actually step in and kind of, you know, step up to her, you know. And I'm gonna tell y'all too, these white people are not scared of you black people no more. And I'm saying you black people because I'm not the one to be messing with people like that. You know, I'm not a messy person like that. But when I was at the working today, this white customer, it looked like she jumped the line, but she wasn't actually jumping the line. But she was this prissy white girl, businesswoman, casual, stuff like that, short bob hair, glasses, the all black on, skin tight, everything. So she jumped to the line and she was looking at some stuff on the wall. The black girl's thinking, you know, the older black women thinking that she jumped the line. White girl turned her head and said, "No, watch yourself." I said, "Oh goodness." I put my head down and I was acting like I was typing. So these white people are not scared of you black people no more. Don't get it twisted. They will knock your ass out too, right? If you trying to step to them. Shout out to my white people too, because I know I grew up partly white, so you know it is what it is. So, you know, shout out to, you know, people that stepping up for themselves and not letting these old wretched ass people scare them into a corner anymore. You know, that's what it is, folks. That's what it is. So, right now, we're about to get into a new joint from Mariah Carey real quick. But